Welcome back, everybody, to Mets Daily. I'm your host, Jake Brown, at Jake Brown Radio. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Friday, February 14th, 2025. Hope you're all enjoying your time with your loved ones. Happy Single Awareness Day. To all the fellow single people as well, enjoy the day with your family, your friend, your dog, your cat, or your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever is by your side. The Mets are always by our side, and they're my Valentine, essentially, this year. So we got some stuff to get into on a happy Friday. Congrats to the Eagles. Their parade today. I'm in the area. So, it's mayhem over here, but there's mayhem always in Metsland. And, the talk of the day for me, and I did a story for Mets on SI about it, is the sixth man in the rotation. What are the Mets going to do here with that sixth spot if they indeed go to a six-man rotation, which seems to be the plan? Kodai Senga used to getting that extra day of rest. I think it might help him. He's at the top of your rotation along with Sean Manaea. I think it would be helpful for these guys to get the rest. There'll be rainouts and double headers, and sometimes there's stretches where there's not a day off. So I think this is the right move. So McGill threw today. Now, he gave up a home run to Brett Beatty, by the way, which is intriguing. And my other story was about Brett Beatty and if the Mets would be able to trade him before opening day. And McGill gave up a homer. But, McGill is an intriguing option. Let's break down the three options here for the Mets' sixth spot in the rotation. Tyler McGill is towards the top in terms of ability. Now, what's intriguing about these three guys, it's Tyler McGill, Griffin Canning, or Paul Blackburn. One of these three guys is going to get the spot. McGill was great. The last six starts of the season, he only gave up 3 runs or less. In all of them, he gave up 1 run or less in 4 of them. So he had a really good stretch, down the end. He ended with a 4.04 ERA in 15 starts, which is better than a quality start. And for a six-man in the rotation, you'll gladly take the numbers he put up last year. Now, McGill still has one option, but only one option remaining, meaning the Mets can, send him down once, but that's it, and then call him back up. That's it. So because of the one option remaining, it could feel like the Mets start him in AAA to be safe instead of, optioning him down if he struggles, where they might need him later. Remember, there's going to be injuries. So all three of these guys have a decent chance of starting for the Mets at some point this season. So that's why I think they all got to be ready. Mendoza talked about stretching them all out, making sure they're all ready to be starters, because at some point, likely all three of these guys will pitch. He also has 8 different pitches. He used 8 different pitches, and not many pitchers use that many. And that great American spork, or whatever it was called, the kind of fork ball he had last year that was mixed with a slider, he added to the arsenal, and that could be a weapon for him, going into this year. Griffin Canning, it's tough with Griffin Canning because this guy has no options remaining. He has 5 years of service time. The Mets signed him to a 1-year, $4.25 million deal. There's a chance for $1 million in incentives, which I doubt he would hit. And he's coming off a year, gave up 31 homers and a 5.19 ERA with the Angels. Now, the Angels are known for, the place where pitching goes to die. It's a wasteland for bad pitching. So coming to the Jeremy Hefner pitching lab, maybe Griffin Canning reinvents himself and becomes more the guy he was in 2023, which is more of a walking quality start. What Canning does bring is he does eat innings. He does throw a lot. What he doesn't bring is consistency. There were a lot of times last year where Griffin Canning would give up 6 runs and then he'd give up, 1 run. So you just don't know what you're going to get out of this guy, and that's why I'm not sure, he's going to last. I think there's a chance because he has no options, he does start the season, and if he implodes, the Mets just say sayonara. But when you look at Griffin Canning's game log, for September example, 1 earned run, 9 earned runs. 0 earned runs, 4 earned runs, then 2 earned runs. August, 1 run, 4 runs, 7 runs, 0, 3 runs. June, 4, 2, 6, 1, 6. That was July. June, 1, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4. April and May, he was pretty solid. At least for May, he was solid. But, man, that is just erratic. That is headaches waiting to happen if you're a Met fan. But out of those 3 options, he has none. So there is a chance he starts the year. And then the last one, Paul Blackburn. Now, Blackburn is at spring training, but remember, he's recovering from October spinal fluid leak surgery. I feel like I've had a few spinal fluid leaks myself after a long night out at the bar, but I don't know what spinal fluid leak surgery. If any doctors in the comments want to comment below, let me know about spinal fluid leak surgery. I take a lot of leaks. I drink a lot of water, a lot of Diet Coke. I don't know how many spinal leaks I've had. So we'll see if Paul Blackburn's health, if he's even an option. But Paul Blackburn's another guy, kind of a walking quality start. 4.41 ERA. Remember, 4.5 is a quality start. That means 6 innings, 3 runs. So as a 6 starter, your hope is a quality start or better. You're not getting an ace as number 6. You're not getting a number 2 or 3 as 6. A number 6 has to go out there and give you 5 or 6 innings, give up 3 runs, and you're satisfied. And that's pretty much what Paul Blackburn has been, but a lot of injuries through his career. Only made 14 starts, a combination with the A's and Mets. And again, he missed the last 6 weeks of the season last year. So we'll see if Paul Blackburn's an option. But in terms of looking at their options itself, it feels like Canning is going to start the year and then they'll go to McGill first because of Paul Blackburn's options. It's just, you don't know if he makes sense. I do think there's a chance one of these guys is the long man in rotation. So, maybe they keep McGill and as a reliever and Canning starts and Blackburn's optioned, or they start with McGill, Canning's the long man, Blackburn's option. We'll see. A lot of it will depend on health, but I think you're going to end up seeing all 3 of these guys at some point this season for the New York Mets. One guy you hope to see all season long is Brandon Nimmo, and he's really a mystery. Brandon Nimmo running at 91%. Yes, that number sounds random, but there is a reason behind it. Running at 91% on Friday. I mean, the Mets middle of that order, like, he is so crucial as the number 5 or 6 guy in that lineup. And, if that plantar fasciitis continues to be an issue, it could be a disaster for the Mets. They have backup options in Winker and Marte if they needed, but Nimmo in 2023, past years was so massive for this team. And even last year came out with big hits and big moments, and his power numbers were really good. His average and OBP dipped a lot, but man, Brandon Nimmo is an important part of the middle of this order. And like I said, sprinted at 91%, which is measured by a fitness tracking vest he wears around the complex. This is all via Anthony DeComo of MLB.com. He'll miss the first 7 to 10 games around there of spring training, which is actually normal for him, so that's not a reason for concern. I think that's a smart way to do it. And the games in early March don't matter. Games in February don't matter. Just get some reps in at some point. Nimmo has been working tirelessly to get this foot right. He just started feeling pretty healthy in January, so this is all pretty recent. He's done soft tissue work, strength work, shock therapy, physical therapy, and he received that platelet-rich plasma injection. Say that 10 times fast. Again, doctors, comment now. Tell me what the hell a platinum-rich plasma injection is. I know people, a few girls in Hollywood that have had a few of those, I think. But let me know what that is in the comments. He also began using orthotic inserts last season. This was big because we did have a doctor in the comments a few weeks ago talking about footwear and how easy it is to manage this. So shout out to whoever that lady was in the doctor in the comments a couple of weeks ago. He's been experimenting with different types of cleats. Maybe taking a page out of the J.D. Martinez school of Amazon cleats every series of the season for a DH, which made no sense. And speaking of DH, the Mets don't want him to DH. The Mets are hoping that he is their everyday left fielder. Yeah, maybe a couple of games, but this is a guy that played 151-plus games each of the last 3 years. Earlier in his career, he was known as injury-prone, but man, he has been on the field the last 3 years. And, him and Freddie Freeman joking that they're both the walking wounded kind of in October in that NLCS, both of them basically running on one foot. Well, the Mets hope that Nimmo can stay healthy because that is a real X factor of this team. Because if they miss him in the middle of the order, there's a chance the team either has to make a trade or go with their youth. And one of their youth options is Jett Williams, who, speaking of injuries, this is a big injury show. This is, it's Valentine's Day. We're hope we're all healthy, but, the Mets are trying to stay off the IL. Jett Williams got hit by Blade Tidwell in the hand. Luckily, he's okay. Got him on the meaty area. I want a piece of chicken parm after hearing the word meaty, but Jett Williams, a guy who, won't play left for Brandon Nimmo, but he is going to take reps in center field as well as second base. And, Jett Williams has the shot to be a part of this team later in the year. I don't think it's going to be any time in the first couple months, but, when the summer comes to a close, he can be a potential option, again, if he stays healthy. Jett Williams, the number 2 Mets overall ranked prospect, number 58 in all of baseball, drafted as a shortstop, will play second in center field. He only had 148 plate appearances across all 3 of the minor league levels, A, AA, and AAA, and he had wrist surgery and junior repair an injury sustained in April, and he returned in August. And he also left the game with a right ankle sprain in the Arizona Fall League recently. So you see the numbers there. Very limited time, 172 average in just 22 games. Not a home run guy. Hit no homers all year in the minors. 6 games, or at least in AA and AAA. 6 games in AAA. Too small a sample size to get excited over that. But a guy you expect to start in AAA and a guy that could have a role on this team at some point is Jett Williams. So luckily, no February broken bones yet. Knock on wood here, because it's like death, taxes, and February injuries every year for the Mets. So they got to stay healthy. Last year was Kodai Senga, who, missed basically the whole season with an injury before the season started. So the Mets need to stay healthy if they have these dreams of a championship run. I'm Jake Brown at Jake Brown Radio. Please smash that thumbs up. It helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Share Mets Daily with your family, your friends. And, kiss a loved one, hug a loved one today. You never know how long you got them for. So, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting Mets Daily. I put my heart and soul into this every single day for you, so I really appreciate it. Again, check out my story on Mets on SI about that rotation we talked about for the 6th man. That is out now. And subscribe to my YouTube at Jake Brown Radio. And follow me Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Jake Brown Radio. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on Monday. The start of official pitchers and catchers. The first day, everyone will be there, which means Monday we will have a photo of Juan Soto at Mets spring training in Port St. Lucie. The day will finally be here, and the games start next weekend. So next week we are going to have a ton to talk about, and it's really the first true week of everybody, the whole band together in PSL. So we'll talk to you Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching Mets Daily.